think about the
Oh,
fight this morning?
it was a good fight, man. It was tactical. At first, you could kind of see how it was gonna go, honestly, early on. You know, Fulton looked kind of uncomfortable to me. Like he didn't really know what to do. You know, he tried, but I just think he couldn't get comfortable. He couldn't find that. But you know, that's credit to Inoue. You know, the performance that he put on. You know, he just a devastating puncher, and he's so sharp that if you fall asleep with him, you fall asleep on him in 2 seconds, he can catch you, and that's what happened. What, in the eighth round? Yes. So that was a good
Mm-hmm.
good win for Inoue.
When we talked, a lot of people in the comments was giving a little grief upon where you had
Yeah.
Inoue in the pound for pound rankings.
I stand
now,
on.
with
See,
this,
everybody now excited. See, this is what happened with people, right? Now, after Boots fought, I'm gonna just make an example. Every week, everybody was excited. After Tiafimo fought, people turned on him after his last 2 fights, right? Now, what happened when he won? Oh, he had knocked Devin out. He had knocked Regis out. He had knocked everybody out, right? Everybody traded on Boots just because he went 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds. What happened? Now, what happened last week? Everybody came back to saying he could beat Earl. People get excited. People need to wait a few days before they overreact. Like, he had a great performance, but that don't beating Fulton, which I like Fulton a lot, don't compare it or measure up to beating even it don't measure up to Spence and Crawford beating each other. It don't measure up to even Tyson Fury, Usyk, even Evan beat Lomachenko. Like,
yeah,
it don't
Usyk's number
measure up
one.
to that. Like, you know, even though, you know, everybody could say that was controversial, he still beat Lomachenko. But eyeball test wise, like, I think that he is probably like the top 4 or 5 best fighters in the game. I give him that for sure. The only reason I say he lower is because of the opposition. If he had the opposition, like, I don't see nobody at featherweight beating him. So I mean, to me, it's like skill wise, yeah, I put him up in the top.
So you
Yeah, he beat
saying
all of them.
26, right?
Yeah,
126.
no, it don't
That's a lot
matter.
of
But
weight
he
from
was little. He
108.
was younger, so nah, he carrying his power. I don't see nobody there. I would like to see him fight the guy that fought the co-main event, but I think he'd beat him too.
Robey.
But that'd be his best opponent. But I think that Inoue just
Wow.
got it, man. He just one of them dudes that he locked in. He could box. He could punch. He got great timing, great conditioning. Great fighter. I think he a top 5 talent, like as far as talent wise. But as far as his opposition, I don't think that just beating Fulton and Donaires is too really. I don't think you can. It's too bad. You know, it ain't his fault because he beat whoever is there. But I can't take nothing away from that win. I mean, dude, he lived up to his name for sure. He definitely a monster. Yeah, hands down, he got great skills.
Yeah. Do you think when it comes down, so you're basically saying when it comes to this weekend's fight with Spence and
Yeah.
Crawford, no matter how they win, even if it's a decision, it
Oh,
still ranks him
yeah,
higher
because
than
of the
this win from
opposition. I
Inoue?
mean, he's fighting. Nobody thought of Fulton what they think of Terrence or Earl Spence. Like, come on, guys. It's like, yeah, Fulton is good, but I mean, these two dudes is like at their peak and like unbeatable damn near. Like, I mean, but like I say, Inoue talent wise, like it's guys like Boots talent wise that I will put in the pound for pound list. He might not be there yet just because of he didn't get a chance to really stack his opposition up yet. But you know, you got guys like Boots that'll be up in there if he had the opponent so far. But yeah, man, Terrence and them, it don't matter who win. It could be a split decision. That's pound for pound right there.
Mm, mm. When we talk about Inoue in this fight, did you learn anything more, or is he exactly what you
Oh,
thought he was when
yeah,
it
he
came
what I
down to
thought for
talent?
talent. You know, of course, I got to root for Fulton. You know, because you know that's the you know, our countrymen and everything. But now to me, Inoue is Inoue is definitely probably up under lightweight. He's the best fighter in boxing. He an all-time great talent.
Mm.
Like, I mean, if I had to say of all the flyweights and the bantams, probably one of my favorite fighters to watch skill-wise, other than like a Ricardo Lopez, Mark Two Sharp Johnson, guys like that. I put him up there. He definitely deserved all the credit in the world. Like, I'm not surprised. Nothing that he would do would shock me. It's nothing that, unless he went up to lightweight and won the belt. But other than that, like I say, I think he don't. Now, I would like to see him fight one fight at 26 if he could make the weight to be Gary Russell. I would like, but honestly, like I think he'd beat
Mm.
everybody at featherweight. Like Gary would be the one that I would like to see. Like if he still fight at that weight class, but no, Inoue is a great fighter.
You think that's where his talent lies? 26 ain't no more pounds
Yeah, I
after
could see
that,
him beating
before that.
guys up to 30 because it's not too much talent there. But just weight wise, you don't want to get too slow, and I think he could pick him like kind of like Floyd did at 54 here and there, just cherry pick. But I mean, obviously he's gonna be undisputed this year. I'm sure he can fight in 4 months probably and do that. So I'm sure he'd knock that guy out, and I mean, Inoue is a great fighter, so I can't take nothing. Like the pound for pound stuff is just, it's just resume to me. But talent wise, hands down, like if somebody was to say to me, that's my favorite fighter in boxing, I couldn't knock him because it's one of my favorite fighters as well. So talent wise, I think I would put him top five, like just all around talent.
He gives you these Manny Pacquiao vibes, but a
Yeah,
lot more
yup.
fundamentally sound.
Yeah, more fundamentally sound. Yup. Yeah, you know what? That's a good comparison.
Right. And orthodox as well. Where do you think Steve Fulton went wrong when it came down to boxing this guy? Because what did you have it?
Yeah, I
Did you
might have
have it a
gave him like
shutout
one
till eight?
round,
Because I did.
maybe. But yeah, it was a shut. That's the shutout.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a shutout. But I think one mistake that he kept making, you could clearly see dude was trying to come over the top with the right hand. Easier said than done because the way dude did it, because that's a move that I teach my fighters that I train. He touched the body and came right over the top fast with that right hand. That's every time Inoue land that sharp right hand, he always hurt everybody. Yeah, but I think Ford might have moved a little too much for too long. Maybe the first two is cool, but I think he moved around a little too much. It was probably better to be a little sturdy, fighting out of the high guard more. But like I said, I can't really criticize him because Inoue is that wouldn't have happened with nobody else but Inoue that seen that hole that made the opening. So I can't really say Fulton. Me just being critical and answering the question, yeah, he should have fought out the high guard and not moved as much, because Inoue
Mm.
is a sniper. Like once he caught him downstairs and then came up top, he seen that opening that fast. So with him, you can't fall asleep for 5 seconds with a dude like that. Like he's just, yeah,
Too sharp.
probably one of the most accurate punchers. And now I give him this: he the most accurate puncher in boxing. He's the puncher in
Mm.
the sport,
I
hands
like
down.
that.
Like his accuracy is off the
Yeah.
chain. It's nobody in boxing as accurate as him.
Yeah, he's very precise about his
100.
punches and punch placement for sure. Um, when we talk about some of the other flaws that Stephen Fulton had, did you see the leg
I
placement being a
was
little too
looking at that.
wide?
Yeah, yeah. You got a good eye. Yeah, you got a good eye. I peeped that too. I'm like, damn, he kind of a little too. I did see that. That was one of the main things I paid attention to. His feet. I just think he was moving too
Yeah.
fast and too much. Like, he could have slowed, but he a young guy, so he still got time to learn. He was kind of like moving too fast. You got to move a little more slow and strategic with a dude like that. But like I say, it's easier said than done. Dude's so much of a monster that he could mentally drain you, and I could see that happening with Fulton. Like it looked like Fulton just was. It was hard for me to picture him going 12 when I seen the first few rounds. I'm like, damn, he looked like he draining him
Right,
mentally because he was
right.
chilling, he was relaxed, and he was just. And then he was faster than Fulton. He was getting off first, so he had the better speed and time. So and usually that's what Fulton usually had the advantage at the speed and timing. But for him to take that away and have that, I'm like, damn, it's a wrap. Like it's damn near over with. Like a win to beat him 12 because I really
Hmm.
could see that he was zeroing in on him.